Welcome back. If you've got your coffee, grab it, put your headphones on, find a quiet spot for a minute, because today we're turning something that's been wearing you down into something that actually feels good inside you.
Yeah, we really are, because this is something, well, it's something everyone deals with, even if they don't want to admit it.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. When was the last time you were just, casually scrolling through your phone and you closed it feeling noticeably worse than when you opened it? Like, for no logical reason, you just feel, I don't know, less than.
Right. It's that heavy feeling. It just kind of drains your energy before you even realize what happened. It's so familiar. It's basically part of our daily routine at this point.
It really is.
So to really understand what we're dealing with here, let's just hold up a mirror for a second. I want you to picture 4 distinct everyday scenarios.
Okay, lay them out.
Scenario 1. You're at work, right? You're sitting at your desk, maybe slogging through a pile of backlogged emails, and then boom, an announcement goes out. A younger colleague, maybe someone who started a year after you, just got promoted.
Oh, man.
Right. And instead of being happy for them, your stomach just kind of drops. You get that awful sinking feeling, and your brain immediately starts doing the math. Like, wait, I've been here longer. I work harder. Why wasn't it me? Am I falling behind?
I know that exact feeling. That stomach drop is so real. It's like somebody literally punched you.
Yeah.
But that's at work. What's the second one?
The second one happens in what should be the most peaceful part of your day. It's nighttime. You're lying in bed, the room is completely dark, and the only thing illuminating your face is the glow of your phone screen.
The classic doom scroll.
Exactly. And you're scrolling and you see pictures of someone you vaguely know on this perfect beach vacation. The water is crystal clear, the food looks amazing, everyone is laughing. And in that quiet, dark room, a little voice inside you just whispers, "What am I doing with my life? Why is my Tuesday so incredibly boring compared to this?"
Yeah, that hits hard. But I feel like the third one is probably even worse, because it doesn't happen behind a screen, right? It happens face to face.
You hit the nerve there, yes. Scenario 3 is when you're sitting with a group of friends, and one of them excitedly announces that they just bought a new house, or they got a massive raise, or they're in this amazing new relationship.
And you have to put the face on.
Right. You smile, you say, "Oh my gosh, congratulations, I am so happy for you." But inside, you're quietly deflating. It's like the air is just being let out of your tires while you mentally rank your own life against their good news.
It's exhausting just thinking about it. And there's a fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth one is isolation. You're sitting totally alone, no phone, no friends around. You're just drinking a glass of water or something, and your brain, completely unprompted, pulls up a highlight reel of someone else's life that you saw 3 days ago. And you just sit there comparing your totally normal, uneventful moment to their peak experience.
Wow. I know in psychology they call this social comparison theory or relative deprivation. But just talking about it like this, to me, it feels like it's like watching someone else's high-budget movie trailer. The one with the explosions and the epic music and all the best scenes edited together perfectly?
Yes, exactly.
But meanwhile, you're stuck watching your own unedited, messy blooper reel. You're seeing all the retakes, the flub lines, the boring parts. Of course, you're going to feel like your movie is terrible in comparison.
That analogy is brilliant. It's so accurate. And because of that, we are going to explicitly call this the someone else's movie problem.
The someone else's movie problem. Okay, let's unpack this. Because I feel like just giving it a simple name, something that isn't some academic jargon, it gives you the power to catch yourself.
Exactly. The next time you feel that tightness in your chest, you can literally say to yourself, "Oh, I'm doing the someone else's movie thing again."
And I want to promise you right now, as we dive into this, we are not going to end this deep dive with some toxic positivity. I'm not going to sit here and say, just love yourself. Just don't compare yourself to others.
No, because that advice is completely useless.
Right. It never works. By the end of this discussion, we're going to give you a concrete, actionable method to actually shut this feeling off. But before we get to the fix, we have to ask the obvious question. Why does this even happen? I mean, if it makes us so miserable, why can't our brains just stop doing it?
Well, the secret here is that your brain isn't actually trying to torture you. It thinks it's keeping you alive.
Yeah.
We can break this why down from 3 different angles. First is the biological glitch.
Okay, biological glitch. Like it's hardwired?
Totally hardwired. For thousands of years, the human brain was wired to constantly check its status within a tiny tribe of maybe 20 or 30 people. And knowing your status wasn't about ego, it was about literal survival.
Because if you're at the bottom, you get kicked out.
Precisely. If you become the weakest link, the tribe abandons you and you starve or get eaten. So your brain is obsessed with where you rank. And when it perceives someone else jumping ahead of you, it panics. It actually releases cortisol, the stress hormone.
Wait, really? So that awful drop in my stomach when I see someone else's big win, that isn't just a mood swing, it's a chemical reaction.
It is a purely chemical, physical alarm bell. Your brain is screaming, danger, we're falling behind, the tribe is gonna leave us. But the glitch is, you aren't comparing yourself to 20 people in a cave anymore. You're comparing yourself to millions of people online, 24/7.
It's like trying to run old primitive survival software on a completely different modern machine. Of course it's gonna glitch. It's throwing false error messages all day long.
Yes. A constant stream of false alarms. Which brings us to the second angle, the shifted reference point. Let's talk about a guy named, we'll call him Kareem.
Okay, let's talk about Kareem.
So Kareem has a pretty good life. He likes his job, he has a nice apartment, he's generally content. Then on a random Tuesday, he opens his phone and sees that a guy he went to high school with just bought an incredibly expensive luxury car, a car Kareem could never afford.
Oh, I see where this is going.
Right. In a split second, Kareem's perfectly good life suddenly feels like garbage. But here's the crazy part. Absolutely nothing in Kareem's actual life got worse. His paycheck didn't shrink. His apartment didn't get smaller.
But his brain shifted the goalposts.
Exactly. His reference point shifted entirely.
But wait, if Kareem just stopped and used logic, like if he thought, you know what, that guy probably took out a 10-year loan with terrible interest and I have zero debt. If he rationalizes it, does his brain still fall for the trap?
Unfortunately, yes, because the primitive part of your brain that handles these status alarms, it doesn't speak the language of interest rates and loans. It just sees a shiny symbol of high status and immediately resets your baseline. And the third angle really shows how unfair this is. Think about a mother who is just completely exhausted.
Oh, the mom guilt is a whole other level of this.
It's brutal. She's been awake since dawn. The house is a mess. The kids are screaming. There's cereal crushed into the carpet. She finally sits down for 2 seconds, opens an app, and sees another mom's post. And this other mom has matching outfits with her kids, a spotless kitchen, and they're baking organic cookies while smiling.
And the first mom instantly feels like a total failure.
Right, but it's an incredibly unfair fight. She is comparing her chaotic, behind-the-scenes Tuesday reality to a curated, filtered Sunday photo shoot. The second mom probably yelled at her kids for 20 minutes just to get them to sit still for that one picture.
But the brain doesn't know that. It just takes the image at face value.
Exactly. Your brain is making survival judgments based on heavily manipulated, incomplete data.
Okay, so if my brain is chemically glitching and shifting my goalposts and comparing my blooper reel to a photo shoot, what is this actually doing to me day in and day out? Because it's not just 5 minutes of feeling sad.
No, it's not. It's more like a slow poison. And understanding why it happens is only half the battle. We have to look at the real fallout, which hits 4 major areas of your life.
Okay, what's the first one?
First is your thinking. Your internal monologue changes. Instead of asking yourself, am I growing? Am I happy with my progress? Your brain constantly asks, am I doing okay compared to them? And that is a race with absolutely no finish line.
Because there's always going to be someone richer or fitter or more successful. Always.
Always. You are entering a race that is mathematically impossible to win. The second area is your emotion. And this one is sneaky. It's not usually a massive breakdown where you're sobbing in your car. It's more like this low background hum of not enough.
Oh, like an app list open on your phone that's just quietly draining the battery in the background. You don't see it, but suddenly you're at 5%.
That is the perfect way to describe it. You're walking around, eating, talking, but there's this quiet hum of inadequacy just draining your emotional battery, which leads straight into the third area, your behavior.
Because when you feel inadequate, you do stupid things to try and fix it.
Bingo! You start making decisions that have nothing to do with what you actually want or need. You buy a car you can't afford. You put a luxury vacation on a credit card. Not because you love travel, but because your friend went to Europe and you don't want to look like you're falling behind.
Wow. You literally buy things you don't want with money you don't have to impress people you're secretly competing with.
It happens every single day. And that brings us to the fourth cost, which is the most painful, your relationships.
Right, because if I'm competing with my friends, I'm not really connecting with them.
Exactly. You start doing this toxic mental math. Your best friend calls you with amazing news, and instead of just purely celebrating, a tiny part of your brain is ranking yourself against them. You start distancing yourself from the people you love because being around their success physically hurts you.
Okay, I want to pause here and ask you, the listener, to really look inward for a second. Think about this. What is actually driving this for you? When you get that twist in your gut, what's underneath it?
That's the million-dollar question, because if you do a deep analysis of your own reactions, it usually comes down to one of 5 root causes.
Let's walk through them.
Number 1 is fear. Pure fear of being left behind. You feel like if you aren't constantly accelerating, you'll be forgotten. Number 2 is sheer habit. Sometimes you aren't even looking for a comparison. You're just bored in line at the grocery store, you open an app out of habit, and 5 seconds later, you feel miserable.
Just a reflex that ends in pain. What's the third?
Third is old social pressures. Like an outdated scorecard. Maybe you grew up in a family that only valued academic titles or money or looks. And even though you're an adult now, you're still using your parents' old measuring stick to beat yourself up.
Oh, that's heavy. The ghosts of expectations past.
Exactly. Number 4 is a worn-in repeating thought. You've compared yourself so many times that your brain literally created a superhighway for that thought. It just goes there on autopilot the second your mind wanders.
And the 5th one?
The 5th one is usually the deepest. It's an unmet need to feel like you matter. It's a desire for validation. You aren't actually mad that your friend got a promotion. Your brain is just using their promotion to scream, "Hey, what about me? Am I important?"
Wait, hold on. Let me push back on this a little bit. Is it really my deep, unmet psychological need to matter? Or are these apps just expertly designed by thousands of engineers to hack my dopamine and make me feel terrible so I keep scrolling? I mean, aren't they the ones doing that to me?
That is a very fair point, and we have to be clear here. The casino-like design of these apps absolutely exists. They are brilliantly engineered to exploit your attention and magnify these insecurities. But, and this is crucial, the app didn't invent the pain.
It just poured gasoline on it.
Right. The painful signal of comparison, that drop in your chest, that originates from your own internal human desire for validation. The apps are just providing a 247 global stage to trigger it.
Man. So the cost of this isn't just a bad mood. The cost is astronomical.
It really is. Think about what this is costing you. It drains your time, hours of your life lost to scrolling and feeling bad. It exhausts your energy. But worse than that, it erodes your self-confidence.
Because you're constantly telling yourself you're failing.
Exactly. You are literally training your brain to trust you less. You are practicing being a failure in your own mind. And of course, as we said, it creates distance between you and the people you care about.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. We see the problem clearly. We know exactly why it happens. We know the cost. Now let's stop looking at it and let's start fixing it.
Yes, we are crossing the line right now. And I need to frame this next part carefully. What I'm about to give you isn't a list of cute suggestions. I want you to treat this like a strict prescription from a doctor.
I love that. No, maybe try this if you feel like it. This is the medicine.
Exactly. If you want the pain to stop, you take the medicine. And we are going to do this in 3 sequential steps. The first step is for right now, the second is for this week, and the third is a long-term shift.
All right, hit me with step 1 right now.
Step 1. Right now, I want you to identify the one account or the one person on your feed that consistently makes you feel small. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Every time they post, you feel that drop in your chest.
Yep, everyone has a name popping into their head right now.
Find that account and mute it. Do not unfollow them. We don't need to start real-life drama or have awkward conversations. Just use the mute button. You are not obligated to let anyone live rent-free in your brain just because you went to high school together.
I'm going to jump in here and actually ask you, the listener, to do this. Literally, pause the audio right now, go to that app, search their name, hit mute, and then come back. We'll wait. Seriously, do it. It takes 5 seconds.
It is the fastest way to stop the bleeding. Now, step 2. This is for the rest of the week.
All right.
Because you can't mute everyone.
Right. Life happens. People will succeed in front of you.
Exactly. So this week, when you inevitably feel that drop in your chest, that little spike of cortisol, I want you to catch it and immediately ask yourself one question. Compared to who I was last year, am I moving forward?
Wow. Just completely recenter the focus.
Yes. Force your brain to drop their image and pull up an image of you from 12 months ago. Write the answer down in your phone's notes app if you have to. If you do this every time you feel jealous this week, by Sunday, you'll have a list of your own progress instead of a list of someone else's highlights.
You know what that reminds me of? It's like, you know when you play a racing video game like Mario Kart and you play in time trial mode?
Oh yeah, where you race the ghost.
Exactly. You're racing the ghost of your own previous lap. You aren't playing multiplayer, getting smashed off the track by other people. You are just looking at your own ghost from the last lap and trying to beat your own time.
That is the perfect analogy. You are racing your own ghost. You aren't in a multiplayer game unless you choose to be.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so step 1, mute the trigger today. Step 2, race your own ghost this week. What is step 3, the long-term shift?
Step 3 is how we rewire the brain permanently. Whenever you see someone doing well, whether it's online or in person, I want you to practice saying out loud, good for them.
Just good for them.
Just good for them. Not good for them, but they had a rich dad. Not good for them, but they got lucky. Just good for them.
Okay, I have to ask though, doesn't saying good for them feel a bit fake? Like if I'm actually burning up with jealousy inside and I force myself to say good for them, aren't I just being a hypocrite?
It feels fake at first, yes. But you aren't being a hypocrite. You are doing physical therapy for your brain. It's muscle memory. See, the reason you feel jealous is because your brain incorrectly believes that success is a limited pie.
Like there's only so many slices to go around.
Right. And if they took a big slice, that means there's less for you. But that's a lie. Someone else's win does not deduct from your bank account. Success is not finite. By forcing yourself to verbally say good for them over and over, you are slowly retraining your neural pathways to accept that someone else's victory is not a threat to your survival.
That's incredible. You're basically talking your primitive brain off the ledge.
Exactly. You're telling the alarm system, stand down, we're safe. Their win doesn't mean our loss.
So paint a picture for me. Let's say I actually do this. I mute the bad accounts today, I compare myself only to last year's ghost this week, and I start forcing myself to say good for them. What does my life look like a month from now?
A month from now, your daily experience is fundamentally different. First of all, your social media feed is going to be incredibly quiet and peaceful, no more landmines.
That alone is worth it.
Right. But more importantly, your mind will be quieter. That low background hum of inadequacy, it fades out. You'll actually have the energy to focus on your own goals because you aren't leaking battery power, caring about what Kareem bought. And best of all, when you sit down with your friends, you will be genuinely present. You won't be secretly competing with them in your head anymore.
You can just be a good friend again.
You get your relationships back, you get your peace back.
So, listener, I want to ask you a direct question for you to chew on. Which of these 3 steps do you actually need the most right now? Like to go from just doing okay and surviving to actually doing great? Do you need the mute button, the ghost race, or the good for them muscle?
That's a great question to reflect on. Let's do a rapid fire recap so this really sticks. We started with the problem. You are comparing your behind the scenes blooper reel to everyone else's highly edited highlight reel, and your brain is panicking.
It's setting off the primitive alarms.
Yep. Then we looked at the cost. You're bleeding time, draining your energy, and eroding your self-confidence by constantly telling yourself you're behind.
And then the fix.
The fix. Mute the trigger today. Check your own progress against your past self this week, and practice saying good for them to rewire the brain long term.
It's so actionable. I want to bring us right back to the very beginning. Remember that question? When was the last time you closed your phone feeling awful?
Yeah.
Well, the answer to that question changes starting today.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to happen anymore.
It really doesn't. And I want to leave you with one final thought to build on all of this. If you really internalize everything we talked about today, you'll realize something profound. You were never actually in a race with anyone else to begin with. The track you're running on, it's completely separate from theirs. The finish lines aren't even in the same city. The race was an illusion the whole time.
The only person you're allowed to compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. If this hit home for you seriously, go mute that account right now. Take your peace back. We'll see you in the next deep dive.